great coffee at AA meetings, Alcoholics Anonymous meetings, and they also have food there. I figured, well, I'm addicted to, I'm addicted to men. I'm addicted to, I can get addicted to like just almost anything, you know. I mean, addiction, and I figured I wasn't really lying. I mean, I'm not. I mean, I can have a glass of wine, or I can have a drink and stop, or I can like have 3 drinks and get drunk and throw up and stop.
Yeah.
I'm not an alcoholic, but I have that addictiveness.
You have an addictive personality.
Everybody has it. Everybody's got that thing, and you have to like really be strong. You know? So I didn't really feel like I was lying about it, and also I was like, I had gone through a period where I was doing a lot of drugs and stuff, with that manager type person that I was with. He was just like real, he was like a real, he just, he was a writer, producer, director, business manager, and he was on crystal meth like all the time.
Wow.
I mean, and before that it was coke, and then you the 70s, 80s, 90s, that were all. I mean, I remember I was young and restless, and one of the young people, she dropped her purse, and I saw the coke lay, and I put my foot right over the top of it because I didn't want her to get busted, And I mean, that's what everybody was doing.
Right.
I mean, everybody was doing it. I mean, I did a movie with Peter O'Toole, and we were chopping the coke on the camera, on the top of the camera. I mean, everybody was, we were all just awful. I mean, that was just the norm.
Yeah.
That was just the way it was, So, I don't know. But AA really did it help me. But at the same time, you get sponsors, and sometimes you don't get the right sponsor. This one girl came up. She says, "I'm a great listener." She says, "I'm not that old, but I'm a great listener." And she was like a young girl that had gone through like her. I'm an addict. I did coke and I did this and that. She was one of those. And when I fell, and the mucus was torn and everything, and I had to. I called her, and said, "I really need help. I can't." I crawled into the house. I got myself into the house, and I got to the phone, and I called her, and she said, "Well, I'm going to go get my hair. I'm having my hair done, and I'll be right over after that." And I said, "You don't understand. I need you now." She says, "Listen, it's like my sobriety counts. If I don't have my hair done, I'm going to have a drink. So I have to go have my hair done, and I have to have my nails done. That's all there is to it. And I'll be over. You're not dying or anything. You can just lay there. I'll be over as soon as I can get there." And I said, "You're the kind of person who makes me want to not live. I don't want to be on planet Earth if this is the way I'm going to be treated."
Yeah.
I said something like that. Oh, like all of a sudden there were 17 men in my house going through everything I had. She had called. I told them I was trying to commit suicide, and they took me to West Hills Hospital because I couldn't walk or anything.
Right.
I had hurt myself. They took me to West Hills Hospital. They gave me Dilaudid. I'm allergic to that. My tongue was all swelling up, and it's like my eyes turned yellow, and I was choking, and they had to give me Benadryl to stop the whatever it was. And they kept me there for 3 days. They had me in a straitjacket because I'm allergic to that stuff, and I hallucinate, and I really thought the Germans were after me or something.
Yeah, and they didn't realize it was your medication.
They wouldn't do that. And they moved me from there to a mental institution. This is the second time.
Yeah.
They moved me to a mental institution on Ventura Boulevard. Encino Hospital has a mental institution that, my friends were trying to reach me, and they said I wasn't there. I was like trapped in there. And finally my son found me, and he said, "Mom," he said, "just get out of there. You're an actress. Pretend like you're taking these pills. Pretend like you're doing everything. just she's and I had a nurse. I could get bathed every 3 days. I had bed sores all over my back, and the guy was bringing me underwear. I thought he was bringing it to everybody, and he was asking me if I'd go on a trip with him to Las Vegas on a bus to gamble. This is like a nurse that's there, and it's like he would give me I mean, why they have it's men and women together, and they're all nuts.
Yeah.
And at night, I mean, you'd have people who were trying to crawl into bed with you, and they'd say, "Come on, Mary, 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 let's get out of here, let's run away." And then you'd look up, and it'd be this old guy, and he's thinking I'm his wife, Mary, and he's trying to get in bed. He's sopping wet with urine. It's like, and then he hides under the bed because the nurse is all there looking for him, and they finally come in and, take him out and everything. And I was in there for a couple of months. I couldn't get out.
And so
finally I learned how to get out. I learned how to get out because the social worker came and they said, "Listen, Sharon, to get out of here, this is what you have to do. You have to know what day it is. You have to know who the President of the United States is. You have to know where you are. You have to memorize these things and know them every day because they ask you every day. I don't know where I am. I'm in some hospital someplace. I don't remember. I mean, I don't really know exactly where I am, but I mean, I got to where I knew exactly where I was.
Right. And all of this was
date. I got to know what day it was every day. Now, I know it's the 13th because today is Jesse's birthday, and I know it's November 13th. But it's like sometimes I get the days of the weeks mixed up and everything else.
Everyone does from time to time.
But you don't do that in a mental hospital.
Yeah.
You don't do that, and you have to show up for the classes. If there's an art class, you have to go to the art class. Any kind of thing you have to do. You have to do what they say do. And it's like they would have like once a month they had a thing where they would have a review whether you stay not. And it's like they didn't let me know in my review as I couldn't call my son. I couldn't call anybody. And sometimes they wouldn't let you use the phone. They have to switch it on. And that nurse was really he was just something else. And I got out of there, and I told them, and the thing of it is, they knew my address, they knew where I was. I didn't want this guy coming and showing up at my, doorstep.